Hello and Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Ifra Javed and I will be presenting the first half of this documentary. And our topic is the Port of Seattle ransomware attack. We will explore the basic of ransomware, the significance of the Port of Seattle, and the events surrounding the attack. Let's dive in. Before we dive into what happened, let's first understand what a ransomware attack is and why ports and airports are such tempting targets for hackers. First, let's understand what a ransomware attack is. It's a type of cybercrime where hackers take control of data or systems by encrypting them. Then they demand money, usually a large amount, in exchange for returning access. It's like holding a business hostage in the digital world. Ports and airports are prime target for these attacks. Why? Because they are critical to the global economy. A single disruption can stop planes from flying, delay ships carrying vital goods, and cost millions of dollars. Hackers know that these industries can't afford downtime, making them easy prey. Now, about the Port of Seattle. To understand the impact of these attacks, let's take a closer look at the Port of Seattle and its importance to the economy. The Port of Seattle, located in Washington state, is more than just a port. It's the gateway to international trade and the travel for the Pacific Northwest. Established in 1911, it managed the seaport and the Seattle-Tacoma International Airport of SeaTac, which serves millions of passengers each year. This port is a key link between the US and markets in Asia Pacific. It's also a major contributor to the economy, creating jobs and enabling businesses to thrive. Because of this importance, any disruption here does not just affect Seattle, it impacts the entire nation. Timelines of the attack. Now let's walk through the events of 24 August 2024 and see how this attack unfolded. Let's look at what happened on 24 August 2024 at 9 am. The Port of Seattle reported an internet and web system outage. On a regular day, this would be inconvenient but manageable. However, by 1:30 pm, SeaTac Airport confirmed the situation was much worse. It was likely a ransomware attack. The port's IT team immediately began isolating affecting systems to stop the attack from spreading. They also partially shut down operations to protect critical systems, but the attackers had already caused significant damage. That concludes my part of the presentation. Now my teammate Alvina Bashir will take you through the impact of the attack, how the Port of Seattle responded.
Hello everyone, my name is Alvina Bashir and I'll be covering the second half of this documentary. We will examine the aftermath of the attack, the recovery efforts, and the key takeaways that highlights the importance of cybersecurity. So let's continue. Now we will uncover who was behind this attack and what they wanted. The group responsible for the attack was Resida, a well-known name in the world of cybercrime. Resida uses a strategy called double extortion. First, they steal sensitive data, then they lock it up and demand a ransom. If the victim doesn't pay, they threaten to release the stolen data online. In this case, Resida demanded 6 million in Bitcoin. They targeted critical systems and left a clear message: pay up or we will leak your data on the dark web. The Port of Seattle now faced not just financial loss but the risk of sensitive information becoming public. The damage caused by the attack was far reaching. The effects of the attack were felt immediately. At SeaTac Airport, travelers faced major delays. Baggage systems stopped working, ticketing system went down, and even basic services like Wi-Fi were disturbed. At the port, the situation was equally dire. Cargo ships could not dock or unload their goods, creating a massive backlog. This didn't just affect Seattle, it impacted supply chains across the country. And then there was the data leak. 8 files were leaked on the dark web, damaging the port's reputation. However, the Port of Seattle did not release specifics about what type of data was stolen. Instead, They assured the public that anyone whose data was compromised would be contacted directly. Despite these reassurances, passengers and businesses were left questioning the port's ability to keep their information safe.
At the Port of Seattle, still working through some residual issues from this weekend, including the big reader boards, which are all offline this morning. I'm also hearing there's no Wi-Fi in the airport. They're trying to get these issues resolved before Labor Day weekend travel really picks up later on this week.
We now know the major internet outage that hit SeaTac Airport 2 days ago was a cyber attack.
Now let's explore how the port responded and what steps they took to recover. Despite all this chaos, the Port of Seattle made one thing clear. They would not pay the ransom. Instead, they focused on recovery and prevention. The port's cybersecurity team, alongside federal agencies like the FBI, worked around the clock. Every attack leaves lessons behind. The Port of Seattle learned key lessons from the attack. They recognized the importance of regular software updates, employee training to avoid phishing attacks, and having reliable backup systems to restore operations. In conclusion, the ransomware attack on the Port of Seattle was a wake up call, showing just how vulnerable critical infrastructures can be in the digital age. It disturbed operations, exposed weaknesses, and forced a renewed focus on cybersecurity. Cybersecurity isn't just about defense, it's about ensuring a safer, stronger tomorrow. Let's work toward a future where security builds trust and resilience.